Scotland, November 1945. Oh. My name is Arran Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce, rightful heir to Dunshiel House. I've recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of Dunshiel House, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. What a jerk. I don't like this guy. However, my presence on the night of my father's 15th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of... Wait, 15th birthday? Did I say that right? Or is it 50th? I don't know. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Tonight is the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. I still feel like I said that wrong. I definitely feel like it may have been 50th, and I shouldn't have said 15th. Hey, look, it's raining. Gotta walk? No? Bloody hell, George. Who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens? It used to be Big Black. Big Black. What? Oh, that's bad. Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. You look like you're, 40. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then. Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshiel. Or just stay outside. It's whatever. Homecoming. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into two categories. Items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 items from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Ooh. Good evening, Mr. Arran. May I take your coat? Only if I can take your dress? I'm going to pick that one. Certainly, my dear, but only if I can take your dress. Mr. Arran, that's no way to talk to a lady. Mr. Arran was just making a little joke, George. It's fine. But he can't talk to you. It's fine, George. Please let me take your coat. You're new, aren't you? Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Arran. I'm not new, exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you never visited before. I've been busy. My work keeps me very busy, unfortunately. I understand. I've been away from my family a lot since I started this job. You are here now, and I'm sure you are eager to meet with the others. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think. I'm going to hit on her some more, because it seems kind of funny. And we're going to find you, my pretty. Oh, wait, he says something different, even though I picked that. And what if I want to join you for some pleasant company? Oh, I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served. You just got blocked, bro. Wow, this is kind of cool. Kind of weird. Look at that. Look how I move. I move all widdly-waddly. Who's this? This is my mom, right? Are you my mom? I see you made it, Arran. Forgive me if I don't stand. Your mere presence has almost given me a heart attack. Hello, Mother. Please sit down if you want to talk properly, Arran. I don't want to crane my neck looking up at you. Let's talk. How do I sit? So, Arran, you finally managed to make it here for a visit. Please tell me you aren't here to cause trouble. I'm here to make amends. Well, no, Mother. I am here to cause trouble. Quite the opposite. Oh? Our family has been dysfunctional for a long time. I have come to take some responsibility for that. For what it's worth, I apologize for any stress that my behavior has caused you over the years. I see. You'll forgive me if I'm a little skeptical about the sudden change in your attitude, Arran. However, if we can get through today without any drama, then I would appreciate it. Have you been to see your sister yet? She has been going through an unusually difficult time recently. Will she be okay? You sound worried. Do you think it's serious? I've not seen her this bad in a long time. Do you remember that summer when she... with the razor in the bathroom? Yes, I remember. But that was the last time I remember seeing her like this. So yes, to answer your question, I am worried. Anyway, you should go talk to your father if you haven't and wish him happy birthday. Oh, and at least try to sound like you mean it. Alright. What's this? You don't need to make any phone calls right now. Okay, rummage through those drawers apparently. Most beloved of all your mother's possessions, her rusty old gramophone used to play all of her favorite records. Well, what's this? You glance over your shoulder, make sure your mother isn't looking. The red book on the desk says diary on the front. I'll leave that where it is for now. That sounds like a bad idea. Alright, so what's in here? Where's this lead? The dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards. The laundry room is next door, and beyond that is the servants' quarters. Okay, so what can I do in here? Can I play a billiards cue belonging to your father lies across the table? This could certainly serve as an unorthodox murder weapon. No, that sounds too... I wouldn't kill somebody with a pool cue. 2 pairs of shoes, freshly polished. What else do we have? Nothing in the drawers. We use cleaning supplies. What's up here? Nothing of interest. What about over here? What is all this? Maid has left a wooden broom leaning against the wall. Broken into it might be a useful weapon. I'll leave that where it is for now as well. There's nothing of interest. Who are you? Oh, it's you, sir. You seem annoyed about something. I don't like the way you spoke to Sophia just now. Frankly, I'm quite shocked and disgusted, sir. I apologize if I offended you. I was only making a joke, George. Nothing more. I'm sorry if you took offense. Yes, well, let it not be said that I am too proud to accept a sincere apology. However, Sophia is the one you should be apologizing to. Perhaps you're right. I consider this matter settled. Thank you for being man enough to apologize, sir. I'm gonna kick your butt, George. Alright, I can't rummage through his stuff too much. Oh, wait. No, go back in there. What do we have going on in here? Nothing in these drawers but clothes. Maid's bed is well made. Broken mirror. Odds are that it belongs to your sister and the maid has been hiding it after accidentally breaking it. A shard of glass in the mirror would be a poetic murder weapon. Are you sure to take the broken glass? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. On second thought, yeah, let's hold off. Although that broken glass sounds like it would be... But I don't want to, like, frame the maid. That would stink. One of your mother's prized golden candlesticks sits at the center of the table. It would certainly make for an elegant traditional murder weapon. Alright. What else is there, though? Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. You find nothing interesting in the drawers. On top of the cabinet, however, you see a blue box marked rat poison. Let's leave that where it is for now. Hey, there's the maid. Oh, hello, Mr. Aaron. There's something I can do for you. I can keep hitting on her all creepy. Let's do that. That's funny. Yes, there's something you can do for her. You can hook her up those pretty lips of yours and give me a kiss. Mr. Aaron, please. That is highly inappropriate. Yeah, I'm sorry. I must have misread the situation. I thought perhaps you wanted to have some fun. It's quite alright, Mr. Aaron. These things happen. I'm sorry. I must get back to work now. I'll ring the bell when dinner is ready. Okay. Please don't touch that. Well, I want the food. Why can't I just have the food? What else is there to do? What else is there to wander around and get myself into? Oh, let's go... Wait, the dad's not in here. There's nothing on this old lectern. Where's the old fart at? It's in here. Assortment of family records and heirlooms are contained with this ornate glass cabinet. Whoa. What just happened? Whoa, okay. I don't know. Of course you do. Use that head for once, boy. Great Uncle Thomas? Sigh. What initials do you see on that silverware? CB. And what kind of half-wit spells Thomas with a C? I don't know. Well, I do. It's the kind of half-wit that's standing next to me. Now, which of your ancestors owned that silver chalice? If you get this one wrong, there will be serious consequences, boy. I guess I got that one wrong. I'll say one thing for my father. His style of parenting has always been consistent. Alright, so is that it? Is that all we can do in here? None of these books interest me. There's an ugly old chair. Wait a minute. Was that a door? Nope, it's just a wall. Now I look dumb. Walked into a wall. Alright, let's go up the stairs. Where's this lead? Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. You go through the wardrobe and find nothing apart from clothes, your mother's excessive collection of jewelry. There's only once you slide the top drawer open that you remember this is where your father keeps his shotgun. The shiny barrel almost seems to call out to you. Guns are certainly noisy, but efficient weapons. Yeah, no, let's not use a shotgun. That sounds super stupid. Aha, I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, little rat? How are you feeling? Hello, Jennifer. How have you been? How have I been? What an odd thing for a little rat to ask. Normally they just say squeak, squeak. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, how he squeaked. Such great pain for such a little creature. Oh, Jesus. What did you want to talk to me about, little rat? Mother seems worried about you. She says your condition has gotten worse. My condition? What condition? I don't have a condition. You want me have me sent away, don't you? Well, it won't work. I won't, I tell you. Go away. I don't want to speak with you anymore. Okay. Jerk. So I found some evidence, I guess. What's in here? You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire knowing your father. Is that a sword? At least one item of yours remaining in your former room, your old fencing sword. At least this is a weapon with which you are very well practiced. Yeah, but that sounds like that could get me in trouble. What else is there? Wardrobe is vacant and barren. Your bedside has been emptied of whatever you had left behind. I don't see much evidence. I just found underwear as evidence. That's it. So I don't know. I mean, I could plant the undies, I guess, but that just... This all screams of bad idea. Poisoning her sounds kind of cool, but that would get the nurse in trouble, or the maid in trouble. Let's grab this diary and see what happens. You snatch the diary with your back turned to your mother. You have a quick leaf through. In recent pages, she writes about the difficulties in caring for someone with your sister's condition, and how she wishes it would all end. You realize this could look quite incriminating out of context. You remove the last 2 pages from the diary and then place it back where it was. Okay, so apparently we're gonna use the mother. One of your mother's prize. Take the candlestick. Are you sure you want to take the candlestick? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. Yes, I'm sure. You take the heavy candlestick and conceal it on your person. Hopefully nobody will miss it at dinner time. Let's see what happens. Again, a bell invites me. It's time to dinner, it seems. Time for dinner? Whatever. Dinner is served. Let's see what happens. Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am. Have you seen the golden candlestick we usually leave on the dinner table? I think it was there earlier today, ma'am. Have a look in the pantry later, would you? It's terribly valuable. Yes, ma'am. Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But, madam. Oh, what is it, George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. Pedantic. But I... Just let him pour the damn wine, would you? It's his job. Stay out of it, boy. Your mother wants the girl to pour the damn wine, and the girl will pour the damn wine. Of course, sir. My apologies. Interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Careful, Father. There's no need to make such a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here. Malcolm, please, let's not permit this behavior to ruin dinner. Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer. I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you're so good to me, sweet thing. So very, very good for me. What do I want to pick? I won't have any, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite. Well, you weren't offered any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try and be civil. Anyways, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday. Such a very important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy. Indeed, happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now is the time to quickly plant any items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desired room and select the item in your inventory. When you are ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. What's the drawing room? I guess it's that? Where can I plant the evidence, though? Oh, I bet if I plant it in her... What if I plant it in their room, maybe? Would that make sense? I feel like that would make sense to plant it in their room. Oh, apparently the old chair gives me memories. Okay. George said you wanted to see me, Mother. Yes, your sister will not be returning to St. Mary's this year, Aaron. Her condition has become too serious. I see. Have you nothing to say besides that, Aaron? Nope, nothing. This is precisely what I want to talk to you about. The silly feud with your sister must stop. Why do you think her condition is getting worse? Perhaps, why do you think her condition keeps getting worse? Perhaps because you refuse to even acknowledge her. She killed Henry. For heaven's sake, Aaron, it was only a rat. He was my friend. I should never have allowed you to keep it in the first place. If you must blame someone, blame me. Will you forgive your sister? Never. Very well, Aaron, you leave me no choice. I'll have to speak to your father about this. Well, this house always brings back far too many memories. Yeah, sounds like it. I don't know if I can place this letter. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to, but it doesn't seem like I can. Oh, I can go outside though. Oh, this isn't outside. This is inside. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as soon as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can place this anywhere, but I could be wrong. All right, yeah, I don't think I can place this anywhere. I guess I'm just gonna go inside. Yep, let's do it. You see Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. Let's do it. Choose the murder weapon. Candlestick. Creeping up behind her sister, you take out the candlestick. It feels the weight in your hand. Somehow feels heavier now than you're about to make use of it. Raising it high above your head, you bring down with some force from the back of her head. It is enough. She slumps noisily to the floor right in front of you, blood seeping from a head wound. You drop the candlestick on the ground behind her corpse. You need to get out of here before someone comes to investigate. Where do I need to go? Am I safe? I didn't know what to do. I might have messed up. Who's that? Is that me? Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand that this is a little difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here when my daughter's killer is still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible then that the killer is in this room. What? No. That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Miss Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search your person. Best to give these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. These look like pages from a diary. Oh, I know. I took them to protect her. I don't know what to say. I knew the pages would cause suspicion to follow my mother, so I removed them from her diary. I completely understand your desire to protect your mother. However, these could be very important to the investigation. Of course, you're right. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I've already spoken to everyone else that was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The maid says you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock and she greeted you at the door. The maid says you made several lewd comments and advances towards her during your conversation. This leads me to question your character, I'm afraid. It was intended purely as light-hearted joke. In retrospect, it may have been inappropriate. Yes, it is entirely possible to misjudge these situations, isn't it? It's worth noting that the butler has also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid. Later, you went to speak to the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? Ooh, what do I pick? I had some concerns about the way she was being treated. My family can be hard on the new staff sometimes. That seems like a good reason. I understand that you made some unwanted advances towards the maid in the kitchen, but later apologized for your behavior. Yeah, I'm afraid I misread the signals. It was my mistake. That does happen, Mr. Bruce. However, this is not the first time you had been appropriate towards her. Later, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. She told me you were unusually cordial. Something about wanting to apologize and make amends? Yes, I wanted to clear the air between myself and my family. I see. Do you think it is slightly suspicious that you suddenly wanted to reconcile after all this time? No, I don't think so. Very well, then. She says she spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently, you seemed quite concerned about her well-being. Yeah, there we go. We'll pick the top one. My mother and I were concerned that my sister might have tried to take her own life, as she had attempted it once before. She had she? I will take note of that. It seems odd to me that you didn't go and wish your father happy birthday when you arrived. It makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. As I understand, he confronted you about the earlier behavior with the maid. You apologize for your actions, correct? Of course, my behavior was inappropriate. Indeed, it was good for you to apologize, though. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. I went to her room to see her. I see. And what did you discuss with her? We spoke about her condition. I was aware that she was going through a particularly difficult period. Did she seem distressed to you? Yes, you could say that. She was not in a good place, mentally speaking. I see. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly? Someone had to stand up for the servants around here, and my family treats them like dirt. Indeed, it was good of you to do so, Mr. Bruce. I gather your father lost his temper at one point. Let's see. That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner? My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? I was... West Wing. Whoa, wait, where was I? What was the room she was in? Well, she wasn't in the library. She was in the parlor, wasn't she? I was in the parlor. Oh yes, your mother mentioned you were in there with her. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. The search did not turn up any items which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular. I am curious about the murder weapon. I understand the candlestick used in the attack belonged to your mother. It's all very interesting. I'll be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been particular, I find no cause for any significant suspicion. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't currently regard him as a serious suspect. I think I will be taking another look at the evidence surrounding your mother. Given the weapon that was used, obviously suicide is not a realistic possibility. Now, as for what happens next, you can go for now, but I would appreciate if you do not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. And I will need to speak with your mother again. Ooh, I think I got my mother in trouble. Did I win? Although the inspector harbored suspicions about you, you were not brought in for further questioning. I got away with it. Your mother was taken in for questioning and initially became the prime suspect, but it was determined that there was no sufficient evidence to lead to an arrest. You had gotten away with murder, it seemed. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else either, and your father harbored suspicions of his own. Some years later, you were surprised to see his obituary in a national newspaper, and horrified to learn that he had given his estate and possessions to a trust organization. You had committed this foul act for nothing, and now there was nothing at all to give you comfort in a long night when the demons of your past came to haunt you. Oh, so, I mean, I got away with it, but I lost. Dang. Well, that was a fun little game. I might try to do some more of the endings on that. Probably not in a video, but I don't know. It's up to you guys. I really liked it, though. That was actually a really cool game. I didn't know what I would think about it, but I could play it some more. It has replayability to it, and that's really cool. As always, I will link how you can get the game down below. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a like, and if you enjoyed me, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single day, one at 10 AM CST and one at 12 PM CST, so you'll always have new content from me. Until then, stay tuned for my next video. Bye!